chatting to James Broome, who is the showground manager. Now, James, it's a huge event for you right now, but how many horses can you actually have on site at one time?
We tend to close the gates when we get to about 800 stables. We've done that twice this year, once for the Welsh Masters and once for the Home Pony International, both show jumping events, and when we get to about 800 things start to creak. We know that's about the limit. I think there was, with the day horses on both of those shows, we ended up with over 1,000 competing on a couple of the days, so that was quite a busy one, so we can cope with quite a few.
And right now, over the course of the 2 days?
There's a lot of horses here today, and I think this is probably the biggest affiliated dressage competition in the country at the moment. And so I think there's 140 stables, all from Scotland, Ireland, Wales and England, so it's a really prestigious event and something that I know a lot of the riders have been looking forward to.
And I know the facilities here are pretty unique, you've got this sort of all-weather surface. Just tell us a little bit about that.
Well, what we decided when we were putting in a surface was that we were going to try and make sure that we could cater for all different disciplines. So we do jumping, dressage, we do carriage driving, mounted games, showing, to name but a few. And they all have a slightly different requirement for the surface. So with the surface that we've got now, you can actually control how hard the sand is by adjusting the water level underneath the surface. And there's a computer just over there which enables you to do so. And also what it means, so for the carriage drivers we put the water level up so the sand becomes a bit harder. For the dressage riders we drop it a couple of centimetres so it becomes a little bit more fluffy. But it also means that when the weather's hot or when it's raining, the computer can work out whether the water's evaporating or whether there's rain coming down, and it will adjust it accordingly. So it means from a competition point of view it's very fair, so the last rider in the class will have exactly the same surface as the first rider. So it's a very fair sort of facility to have.
And what about for the future of the David Broome Centre? Are there any developments that you want to make to enable you to host any other kind of events?
We have got quite a full calendar at the moment. I mean, I think we have gone through an awful lot of growth in about the last 8 years, and I think now it's more onto enhancing the customer's experience. When people come to us, we need to make sure that they have a great weekend, that their horse is safe. I mean, that's number one, obviously. The horse is safe, the competition is fair, and the riders and their supporters have a really good weekend and enjoy themselves. So we just look at that, we ask them to sort of fill in feedback forms, and we look at how we can improve, and we do try and liaise quite closely with all of the riders that come as much as we can. And we look at different things that we can do. A few years ago we built another 8 showers for people. We've put loads more electric hookups in this year because that's got more and more popular, and so we just continue to listen to people, see what requirements they need. I think it won't be too long before we replace the top rails of here actually before the horses disappear with it. But it's just ongoing maintenance, and just make sure that, like I said, we give hopefully an experience to people that come here better than anyone else in the country. So that's our goal.
Thanks very much, James.
No problem.